Hello, so today we're going to be making Play-Doh circuits and we're going to be starting with our conductive Play-Doh today. You're going to need 1 cup of flour. You need 1 tablespoon of oil. I only have a teaspoon, so I'm going to be using 3 teaspoons of vegetable oil. Next, 9 tablespoons of lemon juice. You're going to need a 1/4 cup of salt. And then a cup of water. Right, I was supposed to put this in a saucepan, so we're just going to transfer all that over. All right, and now I'm just mixing this all together in the saucepan. And I went ahead and added blue food coloring to the mix as well. So we're just going to be mixing this over until it forms into a clump where you can see it separating from the sides. And now I'm bringing it out with some flour on a countertop and just mixing it and kneading it all together like you would with pie crust. Now I'm adding a cup of flour, a cup of sugar, and then I'm adding, I think it was about 3 tablespoons of vegetable oil. I had to use 9 teaspoons just because I didn't have a tablespoon. And I'm just mixing that all together. And then once it kind of forms like that, I'm going to be adding small bits of water over time. I actually had to dial back on some of the water because it was too runny. And then I'm kneading this one again, just like I did the other one, adding some more flour when needed. And then just kneading it together to form a ball of Play-Doh. And there you have it. Alright, so I went ahead and stripped all the wires, connected them together, and then I stuck the ends to the conductive Play-Doh. Now we're going to take a little LED light and we're going to pull apart one of the ends, cut off the other, and we're just going to stick it in the top right there on each side. And then I am using a couple different battery packs because I had to start over, but we're going to turn them all on. All right, and it should be lighting up now. Mine is not working. I know it looks just like the picture, or at least to me it looks just like the picture, so I don't really know why I haven't been able to figure it out, but I'm just gonna keep showing the series and replicating them anyway because I've tried this like 3 times now and I have stripped it like 3 times now. Connected them, I've turned all the wires around and they still haven't worked. So I'm just going to show you what I would do if it did turn on. So hopefully this is enough. I'm really sorry about that. Okay, now we're going to introduce one more little ball of Play-Doh to kind of continue the circuit and make it a little bit longer. So I'm going to take out this part right here and just disconnect those and flatten it out a little bit. You know, put it around like that so it still comes out. And then we're going to take another of the little LEDs that I've pulled apart and we're just going to cut the tops of it so there's nothing sticking out. And we're going to set this in there much like what we did with the other one. And then in theory you would be able to turn them all on and it would all light up right here and right here. All right, and then we're gonna add another ball of Play-Doh in this series circuit. So very similar to the step before, we're just gonna take another ball of Play-Doh, disconnect this one right here. All right, move that one over a little bit. And instead we're gonna flatten this out a bit, connect it there, kind of ball it up a little bit more, fix that up a bit. And then we're going to add one more of these little LED strips, again, cutting the end. And then again, just sticking it into each side. And then you would turn it on and they would all light up here, here, and here. And this is all in a series circuit because the circuit and the current is flowing through all of this and just kind of like around in a little one-sided series. Next, we're going to do something a little bit different. So we are actually going to take this LED out of the center of the conductive Play-Doh. We're going to separate these And so there's an open conductor area where it would come through on each side here, but it wouldn't be connected this way. All right, now we're going to complete what we just did with the conductive Play-Doh, and we're gonna be using our non-conductive Play-Doh. So just taking a little ball or 2 little balls and then sticking them to the end, kind of like how we did with that conductive Play-Doh right there. And one, right, and then one right there. All right, take that one little LED strip again, and we're gonna connect them this way. All right, now we're gonna introduce another ball right here. All right, and that's how the other one would look. And we're gonna add one more conductive Play-Doh ball to our circuit, and we're just gonna expand this a little bit more. It's another series circuit with the non-conductive Play-Doh. And then we're gonna kind of undo everything we just did, again, like with the conductive Play-Doh. Just remove this. Open pathway right here where nothing's gonna occur between these two. All right, now we're going to make a parallel circuit, and we're gonna start it off similarly with our conductive Play-Doh, and we're gonna set it up kind of like how we did with our series circuit. So one ball of Play-Doh on either side of the wire, and then one of the little LED strips right in the center between them. So you're gonna bring them a little bit closer. And then we're gonna make it a parallel circuit. What makes it a parallel circuit is we're going to add another one of these light strips that we've cut, and we're gonna stick it on the other side parallel to that other LED light fragment that we've cut out. It's gonna look like that. And since there was another light source added in, if my lights were working, you would notice that the light would get dimmer with each LED kind of like fragment that you're adding to it. So because the batteries are having to use more voltage to get to each fragment. So we're gonna exhibit that again with another strip or another fragment, I guess, and we're gonna put it in the side and right here. The point where you would see that the lights would be even dimmer than before, and you would just remove this one again and you would be able to see the difference. Now we're going to repeat it using non-conductive Play-Doh to show how this works in a parallel circuit. Then we're gonna add the one light source, which normally would just be a series circuit that we were exhibiting. The second, the third. Let me just stick those in there. All right, now we're going to make a series and parallel circuit all in one. So we're gonna start off again by adding our conductive Play-Doh to the ends. And then we're gonna add our fragment, our LED fragment right in the center. To be adding more Play-Doh instead of more fragments. And we're going to add one more piece right over here. We're just gonna set that right there. And then you're going to need one, and we're gonna set that fragment, LED fragment right in between these two pieces of conductive Play-Doh. And then another one is going to go in between these two to connect the circuit with these two pieces. And then we're going to do something to make it a parallel that's going to constitute it as a parallel circuit. And we're going to add this piece in between, or I guess in the middle of this conductive Play-Doh piece right here. We're going to connect it with this one. And so now you can see that this is a series right here, but these would also technically be a parallel circuit because you are adding this second LED fragment. So these are going to be a little bit dimmer than these two. And then now, obviously I'm going to show you how to do this parallel and series circuit with the non-conductive piece together, like third piece to the side where it's going to connect another LED light here and here. And then again, that last piece, which is going to make it, what makes it a series and parallel circuit, is we're going to put this right here. All right, and those are series, parallel, and then series and parallel circuits. I'll see you in the next video.